Very pleasant good afternoon to each and every one, Mr. President, Lady President, Chaplain, and to each and every Garveyite sitting here on this beautiful lawn of Liberty Hall. My name is Claude Sinclair, and real quickly, I didn't know much about Mr. Garvey, even though I was born in St. Anne, the same parish that Mr. Garvey was born in 58 years ago on the 3rd of July. It was only when I was 23 years old when I got to the United States and look on some of our great heroes like Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, just to name a few. It was then that I recognized how powerful Mr. Garvey really is. That was, because he still lives in all of us. And I promised myself and my children, and I told my wife that I must come back to Jamaica to work along with these great people that have been carrying the mantle for so many years, and to put my little part in helping to strengthen this massive movement that Mr. Garvey started well over 100 years ago. I've done a number of things. Brought back in 2012 Mr. Garvey's son, second son, Dr. Julius Garvey. In 2013 I did invite him again and he came. I went to South Africa and I brought Steve Bantu Biko's son, Nkosinati Biko. Reason for doing that, Mr. Biko was also inspired by Mr. Garvey. So in bringing Steve Bantu's Biko's son to Jamaica, it's like telling the Jamaican people that, hey, these great people from abroad can admire and inspire by such a great man, then we here in Jamaica should do the same. We do not lift up Mr. Garvey the way we ought to.
That's right, my brother.
And I'm doing my little part. Yeah. Recently we pay respect, of course, to Queen Mother Samad, who makes me cry every time I see her, because she came here almost 50 years ago. Love Mr. Garvey so much, love his teaching so much, that she told me on camera she's going to die here. She purchased her spot, her burial spot, and she will die in this beautiful country. Now a lot of people call me a junkie, a crackhead. I'm talking about my wife and my children. I must be crazy. Why should I leave the land of the United States of America and come back to Jamaica that has nothing? Jamaica is the greatest place on the face of the earth.
Yes, sir, my brother.
Mr. Garvey said, anywhere there's an African, there's African.
Big talk, big talk there, Mr. Big Man.
So, I personally came back to Jamaica to do my little part with my camera, because we do not capture some of the greatness of our people. I'm not a spy. I just use my camera so that we immortalize these great moments, that we can save them for our children and our children, children, and our children, 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 children. Just like how his wife, Amy Jakes Garvey, she saved it for her generation of children. We call them little cubs of Garvey, because I'm a cub of the great lion.
Sure.
I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, and you're going to be seeing me. I've been asked a lot of time to come here, but somehow, you know, it never really did happen. But they say no better time than now.
Yes, sir.
And you'll be seeing more of me.
Yes, sir.
And I only hope that I'll be given an opportunity to play a small little role in helping to make this great movement bigger and better and sweeter than it is.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, my brother.
Evening.
God bless you, my brother. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
But first we're going to read the second Garvey lesson for today. It is a poem entitled Going Wrong. And as we think about recent landmark rulings in the United States, so much our first black president has accomplished, huh? When I read this poetry from Marcus Garvey, somehow it made me think of that. So let me ask for a volunteer to read. If not, I'm going to call upon the vice president, who is a poet himself. This one written in 1934. Come, Brother Jawari. Marcus Garvey. Going Wrong.
indeed honored just to speak the words of this great man. Such a wonderful pleasure to be here with all my brothers and sisters. And I'm blessed to know that we all love Mr. Garvey tremendously in our own way. As a poet myself, I find it very, very stimulating to read this.
Liberty all.
It's called Going Wrong.
The meeting, the Garvey meeting.
My God, the world is going wrong.
Yeah.
Frail man has made a mess of things, and now the devil seems to be on top, confusing presidents and kings. Oh, come, good Lord, with grace divine, and stem the tide of human sin. For left alone will all ruin make, and close the gate to enter in. There's hell on every hand today, and man is raising Cain all around. There are curses, blasphemies galore. Stop them, O Lord, and check the bound. The devil smiles at his good work, and men do dance with satisfaction. But hell let loose is sin on sin. Send, Lord, your benediction. In solemn notes, the Negro cries, we are getting hell on every side. Come, Lord, and clean the dens of men, and make us with good abide. God bless the name of Mr. Garvey and all those who love Mr. Garvey and his works.
Enough said on the topic. If you want to know Garvey's position on it. Going wrong. Going wrong. Let me invite Sister Aisha Bell. We're ready for her. Give her a round of applause. I've seen this sister perform red, black, and green so many times. She was last with us, I think September last year, when we did that commemoration for Edelweiss Park, where the U.N.I.A. had a sign placed in honor of Marcus Garvey on Slipe Road. It's where Rainforest Seafood is. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. There's also one on Charles Street at P.A. Benjamin. These are landmarks to show that Garvey worked at P.A. Benjamin in the early 20th century, and that he opened Edelweiss Park on Slipe Road in the 30s. Give her a round of applause. Songstress, Aisha Bell.
Extraordinaire. Yes, I.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. How are you?
Very well. Very well.
All right. Let me take out the mic. Because I have to be free.
Yeah.
The same glorious success attained by other men who understand themselves may be yours. Man in the full knowledge of himself is a superb and supreme creature of creation. When man becomes possessor over the knowledge of himself, he becomes master of his environment, the captain of his own ship, the director of his own destiny, the accomplisher of his own end.
Whoa, yeah, Daddy Marcus say, wrap me up in the red, black, and green, the symbol of the free, fulfill my brother's dream. Wrap me up in the red, black, and green, African liberty, one God, a destiny. Been sleeping too long in degradation, time to wake up from our slumber. Stand up, my brothers and sisters. Marcus echoes from the grave, calling the strong and brave. Time to break the chains that bind and move the shackles from our minds. Brothers and sisters, first be wise, organize and centralize, so let the dreams be realized. Wrap me up in the red, black, and green, the symbol of the free, fulfill my brother's dreams and my sister's dreams. Wrap me up in the red, black, and green, African culture and lost our roots. Right now I'm working in Back to Africa Majestic Artists Community. And I can tell you that you see the young men down there, brilliant minds, leadership qualities, but they don't know who they are, where they come from. So we have a job to do of getting back in that community and reawake the spirit of Marcus Garvey in that community. Because an African, the Maroon, Ashanti community, and we have to wake up the spirit within them, alright? So work with me. Give me the red. Tell me red. Red. Give me the black.
Black.
Give me the green.
Green. No green.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Give me the red. One more time.
Red. The black.
Give me the black.
I know black.
Give me the green.
Green.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me the red, black and green. Give me the red, black and green. Red, black and green. Marcus Garvey C.
Lovely voice.
I know why this is one of the artists we have approached in terms of that project I told you about, the music of Marcus Garvey.
Talent, super talent.
So there's more to come.
Yeah.
Look for something big in terms of that in August.
Yeah.
Now before our guest speaker joins us, we're going to do our final Garvey lesson today, our final selection from the poetic meditations of Marcus Garvey. Do I need to ask for a volunteer, or do I just call you out?
I'll volunteer.
Okay, very good.
Claude has volunteered.
Yes, sir, my brother. Catch you again. Come, sir.
Forward.
Come and speak the great man's word. Yes, from your lips. There you go.
One for you.
There you go.
Now the first two lines of this, you tell me if you recognize it, and then you'll see why the music of others has been credited as being genius and so spiritual.
Yes.
Not all of it came from their own
Imagination.
creativity,
And vision.
but as a wise man would,
Yeah.
many of them stood on the shoulders of giants.
Yes.
And this particular poem I recognized when I read it first, from the first two lines. Being a reggae fan myself, I'll let Brother Claude read for you. It's entitled Man to Man.
And to man is so unjust. Don't know what to
Man to man. Yes. Yes. Man to man is so unjust. Until we know not whom to trust.
Yes.
For we have made life alive in treating man less than fly.
Yes.
To tell the reason why it's so, into history we must go.
Yes.
Revealing crime just after crime, from Cain and Abel to this time. Our God made man in perfect form, and to the standard to conform. But in his ways of self alone, he crushed the good and built a throne. A regal personage is he, as proud and selfish as can be. Forgetting God, he robs and kills, and lay the course of human hills. Is there no help that we can give to brighten life in truth to live? Yes, there must for you to do in treating man as Christ did you. If we should change the old bad way, the good would shine in us each day. Then life would be a happy dream, a radiant, fair morning beam. Thank you.
Bless up, my brother. Mr. Garvey, representative.